is healthy, bro. Because Google says it reduces prostate cancer and it reduces your stress and
Bro, shut the f up. Oh shit. At least I didn't broke the lens.
The first and the greatest victory is to control yourself. Funny how I just said this and then I punched the camera like 3 seconds ago. But that was all just for the video though. And to be conquered by yourself, indulging yourself by watching porn, it is just shameful. Now I have to tell you the truth, I was a heavy fapper. I would just go through different videos and then I went through a fapathon. That's how much I fap in a day. And regular porn videos, it doesn't even excite me anymore. I couldn't really focus on anything and my attention span was just up. I was doing the bare minimum just for the sake to keep my business afloat. The worst thing is that I experienced ED. I was ruining my life all for the sake to get that little jolt after you release. Like, you know, that little jolt that sparks inside your body like right after you release, and just for the sake to get that 10 seconds of satisfaction. Now if you really experience any of these things that I just shared before, then it's time for you to wake up. Because if you really think about it, your bloodline and your ancestors throughout history, they actually went out there and having a real battle, conquering cities, gathering resources, inventing cool things, and here we are, the modern man, doing nothing but jacking off to women that don't even know you, or even worse, women that don't even exist. In this modern world, even though we all seems like we are settling in, there's less war when you compare to 100 years ago, there's still this one thing that we absolutely need to conquer, and that is ourselves and our own thought, which makes it our toughest battle. If you really want love, they'll give you porn, and if you want to try, if you want to circle like a brotherhood that can support each other genuinely, they'll give you Minecraft, they'll give you GTA 5, they'll give you Call of Duty Modern Warfare or something like that. And men like us are easily trapped in this virtual world, and the simple reason is because it's easier and it's giving you pleasure just like that. The sad part is that most young men are already way too comfortable and don't even bother to go out there and go fulfill their real life mission, go seek love, go seek brotherhood, because all of their needs are already fulfilled in this virtual world. I was addicted to porn and video games for more than 10 years, but when I started to let go and get serious about myself back in December 2022, my life started to change drastically, because I actually realized that in order to live the life that I want, I would have to step into the real world and face the challenges. Throughout my journey of self-improvement, I discovered 2 simple ways, but it is very effective to tackle this problem. Not only it will immensely help you with nofap and dopamine detox, but it will also shape your life tremendously. Number 1 is to delete social media. You've probably heard this before, but I don't really think that you have deleted TikTok and Instagram, do you? Because whether you notice it or not, TikTok and Instagram is kind of like marketing department for Pornhub, and it is simply impossible to spend an hour in one of these applications without coming across girl dancing explicitly or a content that will actually trigger you to touch your pee-pee. The most effective way is to delete social media. Imagine that you are David and all the other temptation out there is actually Goliath. Now of course we're looking to beat Goliath, right? But he is much bigger than us, and you know that it is simply impossible to beat him if you use your physical strength, because he is much bigger than you. In order to defeat Goliath, you have to work smart and work your way around that. This is why you find most of the people that is in the nofap program, they don't tell you when the urges come, you have to face it, something like that. Go out there and, you know, socialize with people, hang out with your friends, because when you're in public, you're much less likely to think about touching your pee-pee. I mean, that would work, but just look at you right now. You're probably watching this video not in public spaces right now, aren't you? Most of the time, we're much more likely to stay at home. I don't know about you, but I stay at my home all the time. But the bare minimum that I could do is to delete social media. But Albert, if I delete social media, I won't know what my crush are up to right now. Simp. Men and women's mental health are actually declining thanks to social media. When you wake up and you grab your phone, you're constantly being shown different types of emotion. Now you're browsing this content, you see a happy dog, so you feel happy, and then you browse another content, you see a sad news, so you feel sad, and then you browse another content that has a jump scare and you feel shocked. There's already 3 emotions just by sliding 3 types of content. Then you go back to your day-to-day routine or like your usual work, and you started to ask yourself, why is my life boring as f***? Why can't I achieve what they have achieved in social media? And why does Albert only have 100 subscribers? Alright, when you compare yourself, that is when depression starts to kick in. I mean, I can give 1,000 reasons why you should delete your social media, but if you don't do it, you won't actually advance anywhere when it comes to nofap. So take action on that. Number 2, don't touch your pee-pee. I know, it sounds weird, it sounds obvious because when you're in nofap, you're supposed to not touch your pee-pee. But it actually goes much more than that. You probably struggle with porn addiction for quite a while now, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, whatever that is. After all of those habits compounded years and years, and you start to stop fapping now, there will be times where you're just kind of subconsciously touching yourself. Whether that's when you're feeling bored, you're feeling angry, you're feeling stressful. Now going back to the David and Goliath story, the moment you rub or like you touch your pee-pee, whether that's consciously or subconsciously, it's literally game over. It's like you're basically asking Goliath to play tug of war with you, relying on physical strength in order to win, which you will 100% lose that game. Your brain hasn't really evolved since like the primal time back in like a million years ago, because when you do something that feels good, your brain just wants more of it, and your brain doesn't even care the consequences, even if that thing will kill you. This is why you're able to play video games for hours, scrolling TikTok for hours, watching porn and fapping 6 times a day. The problem is when you touch your pee-pee, your brain will tell you that it feels good and encourage you to try more of it. But if you don't actually touch your pee-pee consciously or subconsciously, your brain won't actually tell you that message that you should, touch your pee-pee or like do it more because it feels good. You didn't do it in the first place, so it doesn't tell you that. Now, when you're in this journey, it is very crucial for you to cultivate good habits. Some of the best way that I find that truly helped me with this nofap is to actually meditate and journal. In a simple way, meditation actually helps me to become more aware of myself, and especially the urges that is coming and going. And it actually lets me to have more control over myself. Now, when it comes to journaling, journaling helps me analyze when, what, and why I relapse. It will actually unlock an important learning lesson and helps you to avoid relapsing next time. If you just apply these two methods that I just told you before, you'll eventually succeed in nofap, unlock your full potential, and actually live the life that you deserve. And when you really think about it, your bloodline and your ancestor has gone through a lot in order for you to be present in this moment right now. And it is just a shame for you to waste this potential by indulging yourself in short-term pleasures. Now, simply put it this way, I want you to be the best fucking man that your bloodline has ever seen. Remember, if you go easy in life, then life will be hard. But if you go hard in life, then life will be easy. Find comfort in discomfort. See you in the next video. Cheers.